Okay, grade 2. So, you know that I'm really obsessed, or you know that I understand that coordination is really important, because it basically means that you're using your brain and use both sides of your brain, and it helps your body develop in a much better way. Some of you will be able to think of ways of challenging yourself more, but I'm going to challenge you in lots of different ways. So you choose what level is right for you. Okay, so I've got a tennis ball or I've got a pair of socks, because I know that not everyone at home has a tennis ball. You could make it a bit harder by having a bigger ball, because obviously if a ball is bigger and you're trying to catch it with a smaller hand, that's really difficult. Okay, so we're going to start this first challenge by actually sitting on the floor. And you're probably thinking, well, why are we sitting on the floor? If we're doing sport, we don't really do that. But this really helps you try and focus on keeping the ball in one place rather than it going out here like this. So we're not moving our body so much. We're just going to use our control of the ball to see if we can keep it going without it going out to the right, out to the left. Now, I want you to think of ways that you could make this more challenging. Here's clue number 1. Here's clue number 2. Okay, so what could you do to make it more challenging? So the key thing is to be able to catch from one hand or 1 to 2 without it falling on the floor. That's your challenge. How many times can you do that without it falling on the floor? If that's too easy, use your right hand, but make sure you also use your left hand, because like we said, we're using both parts of the brain. And then obviously once you've done that, make it harder with hands like that. Next level, you can do it on your knees. You can do it on your knees, so you're thinking about how to make it a challenge. If you have a ball again, you can bounce, catch, bounce, catch, bounce, catch. Okay. Now you could also do it so that you've got pieces of paper on the floor in front of you. You could bounce it, catch it onto that paper, bounce it, catch it onto that paper, bounce it, catch it onto that paper. So you decide, how are we going to make this a challenge by making our brain work really hard. Okay, that's challenge number 1. Okay, for the next challenge then, we're going to use a ball. So if you've got a ball, this is really good. You could use a bigger ball again. And we're going to look at reaction time, so how quickly to react. You can see I'm in a low position. I've got my knees nice and low so that I can change direction quickly. So I'm going to turn away from the camera and I'm going to throw the ball behind. I'm going to pick it up before it bounces 2 times. Let's just watch that again. So I've got the ball here, I'm going to bounce it, pick it up before it bounces 2 times. Now if there's 2 people, you can do it for them. So if they are standing here, they can bounce the ball and they can say right hand, and then you pick it up. They can say left hand, and you have to pick it up quickly before it bounces 2 times. Have a go. And the last challenge, again, we're going back to sock tapping. People keep saying to me, why are we doing sock tapping? It's because it's really good at making your body move and change direction. Can you see that I've got to keep moving my feet? I have to keep a low position, and it helps me react to the ball. I keep my hands out in front of me so that I've got a little bit more of a distance to control. So remember, you start with 1 catch, maybe 1 catch, tap, catch, tap, catch, tap, catch, or once you've really got it, keeping your hands out in front. Good luck.